Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Beth Herrick, and she is here on behalf of Thrive. Well, Beth, thank you for being with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing just great, thank you. How are you today, Lisa?
Good, good. Everything's going well. We're, still doing our Zoom stuff. So eventually we'll have guests in-house, but as of now, we're all getting really good at this, I think. So, when we spoke last time, to many of the Thrive members, you were talking mostly about kindness, and you had a campaign. I know that went really well, and now you've added to that. So, tell me a little bit about what the 2021 project's going to be.
So then where do we go from the Kindness Project, which we really found people getting really involved in it, and it was certainly with COVID, it was a great project for the year. We obviously didn't plan it when we planned kindness, but it just, serendipity, it was a good one. And then in thinking about it, we thought, well, what would blend well, go well with kindness, because we're not ready to let go of the Kindness Project. What would go with it? And we thought, we're going to go with resilience, which is like persistence. And why would we choose that? Because they do go really hand in hand. The kindness part is external. That's reaching out to someone in an unconditional manner, doing something, an act. It's an action. And of some act of kindness, I'm going to bring you cookies because I know you have a sweet tooth and you're not feeling well today. So that's just small, could be small acts of kindness or large. So then how does resilience fit in there? Well, resilience is internal. It's where we get after all the skills that we build up from the experiences in life. What's our coping like? How are we able to deal with things? And that's an internal thing. And we certainly, I think everyone who lives in this village and everyone in Southern California or California can know that we've had to really develop that resilience this year, because we're inside and we're looking at it and saying, how do we cope? So reaching together with the external and the internal, that's where we're coming from now. So we're just building that, and we just talked about that a bit, and we make that decision in January. And lucky for us, this is the current edition of The Breeze. And if you look in the current edition of The Breeze, the article, Thriving in the Woods. And so that was kind of our introduction to the folks in the village that, we're moving to resilience linked with kindness this year.
Right. And you know what? You're going to be inundated with stories, I'm sure, come the next month or two, because people are starting to go back out. They're starting to reconnect with their friends. I mean, after everyone's getting their vaccinations, I think that's certainly going to be a possibility. And the great thing, and connecting with social services, a variety of foundations that are here, I believe you'll hear a lot of really great stories about people who are being resilient, especially, like you said, in their coping mechanisms, because they've had to deal with isolation and depression. And how are they going to turn that around?
Right. And, I don't think you would land living in this village if you hadn't built up enough resilience through the years to be able to come to this beautiful retirement village. Right. And so I'm hoping that you're right, that we will get a lot of stories. And where people can send their stories, I'm just going to give a little pitch on that.
Sure.
Is if you look at this article, on the second page of the article, down at the bottom is the website. And if you have a story, or if you would like to write a story, or if you would just like someone to interview you with a story of resilience or kindness, just send an email to that website, and we will be more than happy to come and interview you, do a video, do take pictures, whatever, because we want to get the word out to everyone in the village how our neighbors are coping and dealing with resilience in a positive manner in Laguna Woods.
Exactly. Now, let me just go ahead and reiterate. This is an email, and it's thriveinthevillage@yahoo.com. Is that correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Well, I said website. I mean email.
Yeah, that's okay. So anyway, they can send an email there if they're willing to, talk about it, because I think the message that you're looking for is you want to be able to share, like you said, stories of coping and resilience in this last year, or really any time, but the last year, I'm sure we'll have some stories, especially if somebody did get the virus and here they are surviving and doing great with it. I mean, those are the kind of stories I'd certainly like to hear too, because I really don't know anyone personally that has gotten COVID-19 and has survived out of a hospital type of situation. So that would be interesting. So, I mean, if I'm hoping that you guys be able to find a lot of that. But beyond that, what about people who may have had surgery or had some sort of ailment that they thought maybe would debilitate them?
And they've overcome that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's resilience. That's coping. Resilience is really coping with. And what we do with Thrive is we will have posters, we'll have the ribbon that goes down the bottom of the TV and the message board. We will have videos, short 30-second videos up concerning resilience and kindness. And so there's all sorts of ways to get in touch with us so that anyone out there in the village can help us in reaching out to others to spread the word that this is Laguna Woods is a community of kindness and resiliency.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just kind of want to get that message out. And you will see Cindy Whitney's program, Discovering Laguna Woods. Mm-hmm. You will see instances, and she will be focusing on guests this year that will be talking about resiliency. So I think I'm getting all my plugs in for the Thrive team right now.
Well, that's okay, because you know what you're really doing is, as often as you put it on Village television, or as often as you put it in the Globe or Village Breeze or whatever the case might be, you're just embedding, right? You're embedding something in a subconscious that, hey, we want to be kind people. We don't want to, have any problems, and we just want to be nice and really help other people.
Right.
So the more we talk about it, maybe the better off we all will be.
Exactly. Reaching out in kindness to others. That's what we're all about. And so we're hoping that folks will decide they're going to share their stories with us.
That's great. Now, obviously this is fairly new because you just started this in January.
Right.
So what kind of, you mentioned the message board, and then Cindy Whitney's going to have something. What else are you going to be doing?
Posters. We're going to put posters around, but obviously clubhouses are not yet really open, so that won't work, but we will try to do that. And we will, if clubs ask us to talk, we would love to come and join a Zoom meeting and give a little talk about what's happening with the Thrive team and how we could maybe join with you and help your club. Or maybe clubs might want to give us some ideas about how the folks in XYZ club have demonstrated resiliency this year, right. Working together, supporting one another. And that's something that we could write up in a story form, put in a short video interview, their stories of kindness and resiliency.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to share this information with us. I look forward to seeing all of your information on the message board, your posters in the breeze. That's great. And good luck to you. I hope it all works out really well.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. And know that once a month, one of the members from the Thrive team will be visiting you so we can remind folks of the theme for this year. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Beth. Thank you. And we'll be right back after this.